place of the Most High stays underneath the wings, yeah. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High stays underneath his wings. Let's abide, stay under. We will abide, stay underneath his wings, yeah. Surely he will come deliver me and cover me underneath his wings, yeah. Surely he will come deliver me and cover me underneath his wings. Let's abide, stay under. We will abide, stay underneath his wings. Oh, 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 if you hear his voice and change your heart, you'll be set apart underneath the wings, yeah. If you hear his voice and change your heart, you'll be set apart underneath his wings. Let's abide. We will abide. Stay underneath his wings. Oh, 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 we will worship and we will bow down. We're not lost, we're found underneath his wings. We will worship and we will bow down. We're not lost, we are found underneath his wings. Let's abide. We will abide. Stay underneath his wings. Let's abide. Stay under. We will abide. Stay underneath his wings. You can support this work by downloading the music on iTunes.
Shabbat Shalom, Malachims and Malachas, kings and queens of the earth. Shabbat Shalom. May Yahuwah barak us, keep us, make his face shine upon his brothers and sisters, and show us compassion, and have favor on us in these last days. And Yahuwah forgive us and have mercy and grace on us all, because we need it in these hard times. The name of this particular topic, I'm going to be dealing with probably 3 or 4 topics at one time, So we're going to be dealing with the elect of Yahuwah. All right, we're going to start out at Psalm 153 and 2. Let me see. Psalm 53 and 2. Let's see. He said, Yahuwah looked down from Shemaim, upon the children of Adam, which is men, to see if there were any that did understand, that did seek Yahuwah. All right? When he talk about man, he's talking about woman too. You can't leave a woman out, brothers and sisters. Let's go to Psalms. Let's see. Psalms 55 and 2. Because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they cast iniquity upon us. And in wrath, they hate us. All right? That's a Yahuwah's elect, what he's talking about. All right? Like he said, he went through stuff. He got oppressed. He suffered. So don't think you ain't going to go through nothing. He going to test you. You know what I'm saying? He going to test you, brothers and sisters. Believe me, you. All right. Hello?
Hey, buddy, I'm out here.
All right.
I'm in.
All right.
Actually,
You stand fast, brothers and sisters. You could have went and paid him later. I got it, man. I got it now. I got it.
You said you were going.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. I was preaching. Sorry about that, brothers and sisters. Damn, I knew that was going to happen. Boy, boy, boy. Let's go to Matthew 24. The book of Matthew 24. Yeah, Matthew 24. through 31. And this Yahushua speaking. And except those days should be shortened. All right. There shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, all right. He say, for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Mean, he's speeding the time up. We see him fulfilling his prophecies, is what he's talking about. When people see shortened, they think he talking about death. No, he talking about we see him kicking butt, fulfilling his word, like he said in his manuscript. When you turn on TV and see the news, don't you see earthquakes and insects and all that, volcanoes and all that stuff erupting? Those biblical signs. That's meat. That's prophecy. And can't nobody stop prophecy. Barak Yahuwah. All right. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Hamashiach, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise a false Jesus, all right, and false prophets come in his name, and shall show great signs and wonders, and so much, if it were possible, that they shall see the very elect. They can't fool the elect. Barak Yahuwah. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning come from east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the son of Adam be. So when they hollering about this flea doctrine they got going on, they kill that right there, brothers and sisters. You know, where you running to? Where you going? You want to go to a land that you don't know where you at? Might get killed. I'd rather stay where I'm at. At least I know how to get around, you know. I know how to maneuver where I'm at, you know. But that mind, though, people want to follow the leader. I follow Yahuwah and Yahushua. I hope that's who y'all following. All right, Barak Yahuwah. Let's go to 1 Peter 5 and 13. 1 Peter 5 and 13. And all praise to Yahuwah because he took that profanity out of my mouth when I be handling his manuscript, you know. I still use it. I just don't use it when I handle his word. See, I keep it real. I ain't got nothing to hide. Can't hide from Yahuwah, so what I'm going to hide from you for? All right, 1 Peter 5 and 13. All right. And we read, the church that is at Babylon. We're in Babylon right now. He talking about people is the church. Barak Yahuwah. All right. Elected together with you. Salute you. And so do Marcus, my son. I don't know who that is, Marcus. I got to research that. You know, that's my first time running across Marcus. All right. Yeah, that was 13. Let's go to Mark 13, 20 through 27. Book of Mark 13, 20 through 27. And the Brit Hadashah. I like the way that sounds, Brit Hadashah. I don't like New Testament and Old Testament. I like saying Torah, or the oracles, the judgment and statutes of Yahuwah. Huh? Yeah, the Tanakh. Yeah. Mark 13, 20 through 27. Mark 13, 20 through 27. Bear with me, brothers and sisters. 13, 20 through 27. And we read, it's Yahushua speaking again, all right? Not me, all right? And he answered and said unto them, it is one of the 12 that dippeth with me in the dish. The son of Adam indeed goeth, as it is written of him. But woe to that man by whom the son of Adam is betrayed. You see? Boy, good were it for that man if he had never been born, or woman. So when he talking about son, he ain't talking about color. Because I'm so sick of this color doctrine. People won't call the white man the devils. And over here in the Torah, you would say, don't hate Esau. Huh? He's your kinman. Don't hate the Egyptians, the Mizrahites, because we were strangers in a strange land. That's what Yahuwah commanded us, right? But everybody say they live in Torah. That mind, full of hate, full of pride. Y'all better try to walk in the Ruach of love. That's the highest form of the spiritual realm anybody can walk in. Zion. That's how Mashiach walk. I mean, is you wouldn't lay your life down for somebody you love, brothers and sisters? All right, I got to do something about this because I need to heat my coffee up. I hope it stay. Let me see. Yeah. Thank you. So, back to the 22. And as they did eat, Yahushua took bread and Baruch and broke it and gave to them and said, take, eat, this is my body. All right. And he took the cup, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, and they all drunk of it. And he said unto them, this is my blood of the new covenant, the renewed covenant, which is shed for many. Surely I say unto you, I will drink no more. All right. Yahushua was a Nazarite, so I know he didn't drink wine. How people say he drank wine, but he was a Nazarite. Ain't no Nazarene drinking alcohol. Barak Yahuwah, of the fruit of the vine, until the day that I drink the new wine in the kingdom of Yahuwah. You see? That new wine represent that true. That new that oil, that new wine, that corn, that represent that word, that pure uncut divine word from up on high. And when they had sung an hymn, they went out unto the mountain of Olives. 27. And Yahushua said unto them, all you shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. So how you think we got scattered? Barak Yahuwah. He had to scatter us all so that he couldn't just drop a bomb and kill us all. Barak Yahuwah. He's smart. He's intelligent. But he's magnificent. Abba Yah is. Y'all just don't understand. Barak Yahuwah. Almighty Al Shaddai. All right. Verse 28. Mark 14:28. But after that, he is risen. He will go before you unto Galilee. But Kepha said unto him, all those shall be offended, you will not. He said, I. All right. Verse 30. And Yahushua said unto him, surely, surely, I say unto you, this day, even in this night, before the crook crow twice, you shall betray me. All right. He was talking about the crow. All right. But he said the cock crow twice. We don't know what type of cock it was. But it said crow twice. That's why the preachers say, oh, the crow, crow 3 times. They say 3 times. But he said he said before the crow twice. All right. You shall deny me 3 times. Like he gonna go on somebody, they gonna be like, hey, that's one of Yahushua's, thank you. That's one of Yahushua's followers. And they gonna deny him. I don't know that man. That's denying him. So when you out here in front of people and you're ashamed to say something about his name in front of people, you denying Hamashiach. So what he say about that? If we deny him in front of people, right, he gonna deny us in front of his Abba, right? Okay. This ain't my doctrine. This ain't my teaching. This Yahuwah Yahushua's teaching. All right. I ain't no teacher. I'm getting taught by the teacher. Barak Yahuwah. I'm just an earthly vessel. A little poor wretched man, that's all. Trying to do his will to the best of the ability. Let's go to 2 Peter 1:10. 2 Peter 1:10. It's amazing how Yahuwah give you the keys to unlock this manuscript. Once he give you the keys to unlock it, it's over with. It's over with. 1 Peter 1:10. 2 Peter 1 and verse 10. Simon Peter, a servant, an apostle of Yahushua Mashiach, to them that have obtained like precious faith within us through the righteousness of Yahuwah, and our Master, Yahushua Mashiach, grace and shalom be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of Yahuwah and of Yahushua, our Master, right? So we just don't want the knowledge, we want the wisdom, brothers and sisters. Barak Yahuwah. All right. We're going to continue. Verse 3. According as his divine power hath given unto us all things that pertain unto life and being set apart. Barak Yahuwah. Through the knowledge of him that have called us to the Shekinah, which is glory and virtue. Verse 4. Shalakia. Virtue through the knowledge of him that called us to Shekinah and virtue. Whereby are given unto us exceedingly great and precious promises. He don't break his promises. We might, scrape away a little bit. We might fall a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But Yahuwah never turn his back on us. While we were still sinners, he died for us. So why should I be trying to be mean to a Christian? Why should I be trying to hate somebody that don't believe in Yahuwah and Yahushua? Why should I keep teaching a black and white doctrine? The man said he ruach in truth, and he looking for those to seek him and serve him, and ruach in all truth mean if they got another color, that's still your brother, your sister. If they from another nation or something, Yahuwah created us all. So how can you hate something that man created, and you say you love Yahuwah, but you hate people you see every day? Come on, brothers and sisters, get it together. I hate when y'all say Esau the white man. That's Yafet. Them Caucasians, that's Yafet cheering. Ham, Sham, and Yafet. Have y'all indoctrinated. Hate your own damn people. Sad. That heart, though. We gonna continue. All right. Verse 4. Whereby giving us exceedingly great and precious promises, that by these we might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. You see, lust and love is different. Lust is of the devil. Ahava, which is love. Hebrew love is the purest and strongest love you're going to ever receive from anybody, a man or a woman or anybody. If they ain't got Hebrew love, which is Yahuwah and Yahushua's love, I don't know what to tell you. It ain't going to be looking good, because in the time of tribulation and trial, when it's time for you to break bread with other people and share with other people, you're going to turn your back on them because they're another color. You're going to be stingy with your goods. And Yahuwah wasn't stingy, you know, when he helped you. I think it's in somewhere in John where he say, all right, how can you have this world's good and see your brother or sister struggling, being oppressed, you know what I'm saying, and won't go in your pocket and give your brother one peanut or your sister one peanut, but you got the love of Yahuwah in you. You see, the saying, I ain't getting a lot of donations. I ain't asking for donations. I ain't getting rich out people, selling them music, trying to sell them merchandise, making merchandise out of my people. I ain't doing that. I'm doing this for free because he gave it to me for free. So who am I to charge you for his truth? You want to send something to his ministry? Well, all praise to Yah, he'll barak you for it, but I ain't asking for nothing. I got to get up off my butt and go hit the time clock. Then when I got the time clock, I got to come get on Yahuwah's clock. It never stopped. It never stopped. And I thank him for that, you know. Verse 5. And beside this, giving all diligence, add to your amunah, which is faith, virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience being set apart, and to set apart brotherly kindness, sister kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity, which is love, because love covers a multitude of sins. And everybody saying, I love you, Ak, I love you, sister. But what type of actions are you doing for that brother or sister to show them that you really love them? Love is more than just a word in Hebrew. It's an action. We action people. Barak Yahuwah. All right. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that you shall neither be barren or unfruitful. And the knowledge of our Master Yahushua means you're going to be rooted and grounded and seated in this word. You're going to be a well of water walking around here. And people they're going to be looking over you. But like you, Hamashiach say, a well of water you resist. That's what he was telling the woman at the well. You get some of this water I got in me, you will never thirst again. Barak Yahuwah, get some of that living water in you and let it spring up so you can be a light to somebody else and get them some of that water from you. Because if you stingy with that water, Yahuwah going to cut your water off and he's going to take the light from you. Everybody got a job. Everybody saying Ruach. But everybody don't want to labor and work for Yahuwah's kingdom. So when the harvest comes, he's going to say, how many souls you got for me down while I was down there, son? The woman can't save the man. Ain't nowhere in scripture where no woman saved no man. The man always baptized the family, and he was the head of the family. And he was the head and the leader. That's how that goes in the Hebrew way.
Rahab saved her whole family.
Yeah, because she gave the messengers a place to stay. Rahab the harlot gave the messengers a place to stay. That's how she got saved. You hear me?
She saved her whole family.
When the messengers came, Yahuwah had mercy on her because the message was up in the house. Rahab the harlot. She hid the messengers and fed them. So Yahuwah saved the whole family because she helped his children. That's how our Father operates. He said he going to bless the one that bless us. He going to curse the one that curse us, right? That's scripture. So that's why Rahab the harlot, the hoe, got saved, her and her family, because she helped the messages of Yahuwah. He had them out from them men trying to kill her. So don't say he won't save a hoe. If she hiding his people out, treating his people good, guess what? He don't give a damn what that woman do. Because she protected his people. But when people indoctrinize, they just go along with the masses. I'm following this camp. I'm following this leader. I'm following this man. Why don't you try to follow Yahuwah and Yahushua on your own and walk with him alone? With no brothers around you, with no sisters around you, just you and Yahuwah. Just take off and go and just trust Yahuwah. I done it. 8 years doing it. Going from city to city, being a light for Abba. Just me and him. Me and him. And he was testing me. Well, I'm going to see you gonna stay down with me, right? You know, he tests us. And I passed some tests. That's how I'm able to sit here and talk to y'all today. Because Yahuwah was telling me, go over there, son. Go there. Go here. Go there. Don't you go over there. Leave them people alone. See, he'll tell you and keep you out of trouble. He'll guide you. He'll lead you all the way to Zion. You got to trust him and don't doubt him. And you got to love and treat people how you want to be treated, no matter what color they is. You got to be able to forgive if somebody hates you, you got to be able to forgive them. And if they ask you for something, you got to be able to give it to them. You see, people run from the Brit Hadashah. There's too much love in it. There's too much love in this book. It ain't nothing but a love story between a man and his wife, his bride. This book is a love story between Yahuwah and his bride. Just like a man and his bride, it's a love story. So once you obey this book and read it for so long, you'll become what you read inside of you. And it'll start coming out of you, brothers and sisters. And that's where you're going to see who really love you, who really with you, and who really for you. Barak Yahuwah. All right. Verse 9. 2 Peter 1 and 9. But he that lack these things is blind and cannot see afar off. Just go straight into some trouble. Don't even much care. Blind leading the blind. Okay? And have forgotten that he was purged from old sins. That leaven. You know? The feast of unleavened bread. You know? Yeah. That leaven. You got leaven and unleavened. That leaven is hate. That leaven is pride. You know? The unleavened is that good stuff. But he's talking about his word. He ain't talking about eating no bread, no physical bread. He's talking about spiritual. Humble ourselves in the sight of Yahuwah. And let him purge us from the hate, from the sins. We cry out to Yahuwah. Yahuwah, take this away from me. I can't do this on my own album. I'm tired, Yahuwah. Man, just lead me and guide me and have mercy on me, Father Yah. You see? And he'll do that. But you got to trust him. You can't doubt him. Because that'll bring your faith all the way back down to ground zero. Then you got to build it back up. So once you get it, don't let nobody take your faith. Don't let nobody take your crown. Nobody. Don't care what color you is. If you're born of Yahuwah and Yahusha, then you royalty. You know what I'm saying? You somebody. Like I say, I don't see no color. I see the heart and the mind. It's what I test. All white people ain't racist. And all black people ain't stupid and dumb. I say all white people ain't racist. And all black people ain't stupid and dumb. Some people know what's going on. They just scared to speak and talk. You know? Let's go to 1 Timothy 5 and 21. I might do this other lesson tomorrow. Yahuwah bride. Yahuwah Yahusha, one and the same. You know? It's good doctrine. Hebrews 6 from the top. If you put the brother in remembrance of these, all right. Laying on the hand. Baptism. Matter of fact, let's go there real quick. Laying on the hands, right? Hebrews 6 from the top. All right. And this the Melchizedek order over here in Hebrews. Because that's what order we under. All right. Melchizedek. And you must be a Nazarene to be under the order of Melchizedek. You must be Yahudah to be under the order of Melchizedek. If you Israel or Jerusalem or whatever you call yourself, you're a prince and a princess. The kings, the Malaks sprang out of Yahudah. The lawgiver sprang out of Yahudah. The scepter should not leave Yahudah until Shiloh return. All right? Think it's a game. We ain't got these rods and these staffs for nothing around here in the earth. This is what real Hebrews walk with. And I got a compass on mine. All praise to Yahuwah. A compass. That way when it's time to travel, I know which way to go east. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? I'm facing these right now, matter of fact. I'm facing Zion. I'm ready to go. I'm tired of being in Babylon. Y'all ain't ready to go? Shit. Yeah, we gonna walk on streets of gold, you know, pearly gates, nice house. That's what the Bible say, and I believe in it. All right. Hebrews 6 from the top. Therefore, leaving the principles of the doctrine of a Mashiach, let us go on unto perfection, not laying again the foundation of repentance. Repent. I ain't just saying here, but repent, for the kingdom of Yahuwah is at hand, and you people is the kingdom. All right? From dead works and of faith toward Yahuwah, of the doctrine of baptisms. You don't want to get baptized? Oh, you going to get washed. If you don't get washed now, when Hamashiach come and wash you, you ain't going to like the way he wash you. Because it's going to be in blood. Barak Yahuwah. And of laying on the hands. Mean putting that oil on your hands and somebody say, hey, come pray for me. You oil them down. He say the prayer of a righteous man availeth much. And then Yahuwah forgive their sins and heal them. If they got a munah, faith. All right. And of resurrection of the dead. And of eternal judgment. And this we do if Yahuwah permitted. So if Yahuwah didn't permit me to be doing what I'm doing, I wouldn't be doing it. I ain't just doing this on my own. I didn't make myself start doing this. How can I understand this? It's the Ruach that he got up on me, allow me to do what I'm doing. His spirit, not my own. You just see a man. But it's somebody else inside everybody down here in the earth. Either it's Yahuwah or it's the devil. One of the two. And you can't serve two masters. You're going to love one, you're going to hate the other. You're going to talk about one, you're going to praise and love the other. All right? You're going to be on fire for your king. Because he is fire. He burned. He burned up everything that's not supposed to be in you, out of you. You got to let him. Just let him. Just try talking to him. Abba Yah, you know, I know that I ain't been, the best of being, the best of son to you as I'm supposed to be, Abba Yah. But Abba Yah, I'm trying the best of my ability, Abba Yah. So just help me, have mercy on me, forgive me, and guide me and lead me, Yah. And just allow me to be a light, to the people. And watch what he do for you if you don't doubt him. He will take you up and do some big things with you. But you can't teach hate. You can't teach strife. You can't be debating. Just come and set the record straight and let this word do what it's supposed to do to people. Because I ain't trying to run nobody else's household. I promise you that. Every man's supposed to be responsible for his own castle. So if you got another man, you got your wife over in another camp and a man over y'all, well, you saying this man over you and your family, not you and Yahusha. Why you got to go to this camp and get talked by another man? And you really supposed to be worshiping and praising him in your home. In your home. If you want to bring some brothers and sisters over, the fellowship, all praise to Yah. Barak Yahuwah. Now let's go to 2 Timothy 5 and 21. 2 Timothy 5 and 21. I charge you before Yahuwah and Yahushua HaMashiach and the elect messengers that you observe these things without preferring one before another, doing nothing by partiality. Lay hands suddenly on no man. There he go right there saying, lay hands suddenly on no man. Don't be right here trying to fight nobody. All right? That's what he's telling you. Don't be right here puffing yourself up like you are Yahuwah or inflate you. All right? All right? He said, preferring one another, doing nothing by partiality. Verse 22, lay hands suddenly on no man, neither be partakers of other man's sins. Keep yourself pure. Just because somebody else doing that don't mean I got to do it. Because you want to go around here and fight, beat people up. Yahuwah, Exodus 14 and 14, you will tell you to hold your shalom and let him go fight for you. That way you ain't got to get hurt. Because can't nobody fight and whip nobody like Yahuwah. Now I better look at these scriptures and see how Yahuwah whoop butt. How he send plagues on people in famine. You see, when the famine comes, then what you gonna do? When the stock market crash, when they take technology, when they take the TV, when they take the money, then how you gonna survive? I know how to go out there and till the ground. I know how to fish. I know how to hunt. I know how to build a meal tent out some wood and start a fire. I ain't slow by far. Wisdom. And Yahuwah sent some angels right out there, you know, just like he did in the book, to feed you. But you got to have faith, Amunah. It takes Amunah to please Yahuwah, brothers and sisters. All right? Let's go to 2 Timothy 2 and 10. Yeah, I'm going to do the other lesson tomorrow on Yahuwah Shabbat. Y'all stop saying it's your Shabbat. Huh? Yahuwah made the Shabbat for man. Man didn't make the Shabbat for Yahuwah. So when you say this my Shabbat, you taking Yahuwah's glory. Saying it's your Shabbat. It's, you know, it's my Passover. No, it's Yahusha's Passover. It's Yahuwah's feast days. You ain't greater and bigger than Yahuwah trying to say this your Shabbat. Keep on. He gonna chin check you. He got his messages down here on the earth blowing their trumpets, warning people the wrath of Yahuwah coming. And it's coming real, real, real quick. We don't know when he coming, but guess what? His bride has made herself ready. Barak Yahuwah. This stuff don't stop till the casket drop. Not the casket drop. We want to rise up with the king. Let's go to Titus. Titus chapter 1. The book of Titus. Chapter 1. Where you at, Titus? There we go. Titus chapter 1 and verse 1. All right. Shaul, the servant of Yahuwah and apostle of Yahushua Mashiach, according to the faith of Yahuwah's elect and the knowledge of the Emet, true, which after being set apart and hope of eternal life with Yahuwah that cannot lie. See, Yahuwah ain't gonna lie. He gonna speak the truth. He gonna speak his mind. He don't care about none of that. That's just type the man he is. Satan gonna lie to you. He gonna deceive you. He's a coward. And he hate Yahuwah and Yahuwah children. So if anybody hating you right now in this hour, who you think it is? It ain't them, it's the spirit within. All right. He said, promise before the world began. He said this was promised before the world even was created. So who you think I'm going to believe? The creator or man? You think I'm going to be connected with the earthly realm or the spiritual realm? Huh? I'm going to be connected with the spiritual realm. And I try to stay there. I hate being brought down to this earthly realm because ain't nothing down here but heartache and pain. But when you're in the spiritual realm, it's love, shalom, joy, happiness, peace, you know, all good stuff. Trouble gonna come, but it ain't gonna last always. Barak Yahuwah. All right. If you ain't been locked up about this truth, they ain't tried to kill you about this truth, you ain't became homeless about this truth, you ain't had to sleep in no abandoned houses about this truth and cars and run around and hide, you know, just get out the way of people about this truth. If your family ain't turned their back on you about this truth, you need to be worried. Because the speaker of the truth ain't got a lot of friends. Because they speak their truth and they speak their mind. And that's something a lot of people can't take. But Yahuwah speak his mind. All right? He ain't going to lie. He'll lie to keep one of his children out of trouble. He'll hide his children out to shut them out. I know that. You know? He must command us not to turn our brothers and sisters over to the government. You know? That's a commandment. Them folks don't give a damn about nobody. Nobody. We all cattle. They'll slay their own people out. They'll lie to their own people. They the main one got people in the shape they in. Them Romans. You know, with that white Jesus. And I hate saying that name. But that JC guy. You know, how they changed Yahushua. They crucified Yahushua like this too. They changed the color of his skin and his name. That's the biggest crucifixion that you can do to a nation of people. You take their creator away from them and you just give them one. And y'all around here playing to Jesus like Jesus really doing something. I ain't kicking against that name, but I know where the power come from. I know where the power that be, and that's Yahuwah, the Shabbat. Yahuwah Zedekiah knew our righteousness. Yahuwah Yari, Yahuwah Nisi, Yahuwah Rapha, Yahuwah Shammah, Yahuwah All Shaddai. You know, Yahuwah all Young. That's who our help come from. He's our rock. He's our song. He's our strong tower in the time of trouble, brothers and sisters. Don't you never put your trust in man. They're going to let you down every time. You know, if the man ain't got his trust in Yahuwah, then you women better not put your trust in that man. If the woman ain't got their trust in Yahuwah, then you brothers better not put your trust in that woman. You better keep hearing from Yahuwah. And when Yahuwah tell you something, you need to be telling somebody else, and he going to deal with you for holding what he command you to do and told you to do. Can't be scared to walk with Yahuwah and speak your mind and speak with authority with Yahuwah, because he speak with authority and he's loud. He's masculine. He ain't no little bitty boy. He a man. He's a king. And he right down here in the earth right now, walking, talking, eating, breathing, sleeping, and all that. He and his people. Like he said he was going to be in these last days. And they nappy-headed, dreadlocked, beard-wearing men, toting sticks, staffs, to keep the sheep in order. Y'all don't hear what I'm talking about. See, people just seen a little shepherd boy in David. And he was a little bitty boy. David now, little bitty boy. They just seen a shepherd. Yahuwah seen the king. Yahuwah seen the king in David. Everybody else seen a little shepherd boy running around with the sheep in the flock. But Yahuwah seen the king in David. So when Yahuwah sees something in you, can't nobody take that from you, brothers and sisters. Can't nobody take what he gave you. It's your job to give it to them. That's if you want to. You can live it and just die. You got to tell nobody, teach nobody, nothing else. Just live it, walk in it, and breathe it and eat it. And keep it to yourself. Because it's going to come a time where he going to say, hey, hide it, guard it up, get the books, throw the books away. Because they're going to come try to take our Bibles. That's why he said he's going to write the commandments on our heart. We ain't going to need the book no more. We going to become the Bible. You might be the only book in Bible somebody get to read and see one day, brothers and sisters. Okay? I say you might be the only Bible that somebody might get to read and hear and see one day. You hear me? Don't believe me. Let's go to Romans 8:33. Knock this on out. Romans 8:33. I ain't talking about nobody. I ain't better than nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people probably got way more than I got. And they still mad. Because I'm still doing what I'm doing. That nigga still teaching. That nigga still breathing. When Yahuwah got his hand on you, yeah. When he say, touch not my anointing and cause my not be no harm. Huh? Yehuda, huh? The Nazarenes is the apple of his eye. He meant that. All right. Romans 8:33. And we read, who shall lay anything to the charge of Yahuwah's elect? Like you want to accuse them, you want to talk about them, you want to down talk them, don't want to respect them. That means you ain't got no respect for the Father and the Son. He said he created man in his image, means you got to be doing what this book say do to be in this man's image. And that's an everyday job, a full-time job, on the job, wherever you go. Yahuwah don't care nothing about this world system down here or nothing of the world. You know, if you love the things of the world, you're going to be at war with Yahuwah. He tell us that in his manuscript. Don't love the world or the things in the world. Keep your mind on heavenly things. You see, that's when he come into that and he sup with you. When we eat on this word, that's Yahuwah. See, when you eat on this word and do it every day, man, guess what he started doing? He started purging you. Then one day he gonna take the slob off your eye. He gonna be like, man, I can see clear, boy. What's going on? You just gonna have 20/20 vision. Like you gonna be seeing stuff that other people can't see. And you gonna tell them. Because it's your job to tell them. If you don't tell them, who are gonna get you? All right? Kings speak with authority. Queens speak with authority. Watch some of them movies on TV. How you see the king and the queen? Where you see the queen at? Always on that king's side on the throne, right? Right? But see, Yahuwah, he got a man on his side, which is his son, not no woman. And they were the only two here in the beginning. Just him and Yahushua. And they created everything else. Yahushua, he must create the devil. So if Yahuwah created the devil, why everybody scared of the devil? And we serve the man created the devil, we can crawl to Abba and tell Abba on Satan. Satan can't tell nobody on us. Y'all hear what I said? I said we can call out to the Abba Father and tell Yahuwah on the devil. Satan can't do that to us. Yahuwah don't even want to hear from him. All that crap hollering about Satan still going to and fro, man, that's sealed off up there, man. Satan down here with us and his children. Y'all need to read the book of Enoch. Where you think they at? They watching us like what Yahuwah want with us. To teach y'all his ways, teach you his word, put you in your place because he's sick of y'all. Yeah. I ain't scared of the devil. He's scared of me. Because I got this word in me. I know how to fight him with this word. And I ain't going to play with no demon or no devil out of the pits of hell. No. I'm cutting them up from their butthole to their appetite with this word. Like John the Baptist did it. The Emerger did it. Like Shaul did it. Like Marsha did it. Like Jeremiah did it. Like Isaiah did it. Huh? Yeah. Like Yahushua did it. The son of Nun. Yeah. Like Yahushua HaMashiach done it. See, we fight with this Bible. That's why he says it's a sword. Is you a good swordsman? Okay. Y'all mess around, let Satan take y'all out y'all want to. That's his job. To take you from the word. Don't want you praising the album. Don't want you doing none of that. He just wants your mind on this bull crap down here in the earth. And that's a dangerous thing. You can't even much hear Yahuwah. Too much going on. So when Yahuwah send you somebody that's hearing from him, you might need to take heed and start listening to his messenger. Because they ain't going to tell you nothing wrong. That's who Yahuwah sent you for your own good. One of his. If the man ain't got no relationship with Yahuwah and Yahushua, he ain't going to have none with his wife. And vice versa. You know, you can't be mistreating nobody in this truth and say you love Yahuwah. No. You can't do that. You can't do it. He commands us not to. You know, hate, then pride. After pride, then destruction. And after destruction, you fall. Okay? Romans 9 and 11. When I was in that Christian church, I used to want to be like them Christian pastors. You know what I'm saying? And I knew wasn't something right at Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church. Because all this Negro want to do is ask for tithes and offerings. And preach one scripture. Let me show you. Romans. Let's go to Romans 9 and 11, brothers and sisters. All right, Romans 9 and 11. All right. Let's see what the word of the Most High say for the day. All right. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahuwah according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that called it. You see, it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Yahuwah can hate Esau. We can't hate Esau or the Egyptian. Yahuwah can hate them. We can't. We can hate the sin, but we can't hate the people. Let's drop down to Isaiah 65 and 9. We're going to be in Isaiah for a minute. We're going to tighten this thing on up. Yashayahu 42. That's one of my locks. One of them women snatched out my head. That woman in Des Moines, Iowa, snatched my dread out my head. You know, I don't know why do most of these women so violent? I always want to fight a man. And then when the man go to knock them upside the head, they want to call the cops. But I took that one for the team. She hit me she got me for about 2 or 3 locks. Yeah, but they didn't grew back. And I think she was mad because my hair was longer than hers. You know, and I was in shape. And she wasn't, so I guess she was kind of mad at me because I'm a man. Ain't no woman supposed to look like no man. Shoot, where they do that at? What doctrine is that? Isaiah. All right, 50, Isaiah 65. I ain't no woman beater. I ain't beat on now. I don't beat women. That ain't what Yahuwah say. Love your brothers and sisters. Love your wife. Love your husband. That's what that's what Yahuwah say. Isaiah 65 and 9. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, and out of Yahudah, Judah, an inheritance of my mountains, and my elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there. Meaning the elect gonna run the earth. The elect gonna rule with Yahushua and Yahuwah. All right? So if you didn't cling on to one of his elect men, and guess what? Then you going to Zion with them. If you've been grafted in by one of his elect brides, one of his elect men, you know, with the seal of living Elohim in them, then guess what? You got a chance of going to Zion with them and get treated just like we get treated. Ain't nobody going to be getting mistreated in Yahuwah's house. Ain't going to be no hanging and lynching and raping going on in his house. No. No. Men ain't going to run Yahuwah's house. Not women. The men going to be teaching the women. And we still going to be having babies in Yahuwah's kingdom. Barak Yahuwah. You see? Just because you ain't got it right now on earth, brothers and sisters, just wait until the promised land comes. That new Jerusalem. When that sky crack. You see? And you see him on them clouds. That's when you can say, man, they go have Mashiach. And he ain't going to be Caucasian with silky hair. He's not going to look like wool. His skin going to look like ours. Bronze, brown, not black. Not no nigga, no byword and proverb, but bronze, amber, copper, sapphire, jasper. Isaiah 65 and 9. Okay, I read that. Let's go to Isaiah 65 and 22. They shall not build and another inhabit it. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the tree, for as the days of a tree are the days of Yahuwah's people, and his elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. Talking about the one down here laboring, you know, planting, you know, tilling the garden, tilling the earth, the one that have planted them seeds and people. See, the people represent the earth. The people is the earth. The people is trees. The people represent waters. The people represent the land. You see what I'm saying? The people, what you think it is when you see isles, when you see trees, when you see seeds. That's us. Yahuwah had to plant seeds in us, and we had to grow up from a seed and sprout the branches. Some that sprung up the trees, planted a Yahuwah by his righteousness. They ain't gonna wither, they ain't gonna shake, they ain't gonna stumble, they ain't gonna fall. All right, what that is? Smells good. All right, let's go to Isaiah. (42 and 1). Yashayahu 42 and 1. Behold, my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighted. I have put my ruach upon him. He shall bring forth judgments unto the Gentiles, the Goyims. Who is he talking about? The 144,000. So somebody gonna get judged. We gonna be judging some people. You see? This scripture, this book. He shall not cry, lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the streets. How they out there in the streets doing all that chaos and stuff, hollering at people, got people kissing their foot, calling people names and stuff. No, his voice ain't gonna be heard in the street. A bruised reed shall he not break, and a smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto the truth. He shall not fail nor be discouraged, till he have set judgment in the earth, and the isles shall wait for his law. You see, isles is people, nations, waiting for his word. It's a family in the earth for the pure, uncut, divine word from on high. So if you got his word, just chill out. Because he going to send some people to you forward. He going to see how you going to treat them people. And don't you run his sheep off, because if you run them people off, guess what? They going to take your place. It's a lot of Goyims, a lot of Gentiles going to take a lot of Hebrew places in the kingdom, because you're going to be like, hey, man, you could have been a light to that brother or that sister and helped them. But you were selfish. You was full of pride, thinking you was big and better than these people because you know who you is now. This ain't no favoritism walk. See, me personally, I love poor people. Like, I really do. I love poor people. Like, them people in the homeless shelters. Like, I relate to them type of people. Because I ain't got much. So I can relate to them people, man, sleeping under bridges and stuff like that. So when I see them, I feel like pain. I don't laugh at them. I don't pick at them. Because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? So, until you been there, you ain't going to know how it fucking feel to be homeless. You ain't going to know how it feel to get beat up by this truth or get chased around the city. You know, get ran around, people try to silence you up about the truth. And it be your own people. It be your own kind. Or Judas you to death. And you got to watch some of the Gentiles. The way they say, man, don't you trust your brother? You better trust Yahuwah and Yahusha. Your brother will kill you. What happened to Yahusha? Judas. Right? All right. One thing I can say about a white man, he ain't never hit me upside. Ain't no white man never hit me upside my head. Ain't no white man never tried to jump on me or harm me or nothing like that, man. The white man forgave me. I done took stuff from white men. They forgave me. For real, for real. Hey, I forgive you, man. I know you was sick at that time. You was on that crap. I know what was going on with you, man. You know, I know some good Gentiles that stayed in their house. Talking about men with their families and everything. And stayed with them. They treated me good. When I went and stayed with the black people, oh, it was always trouble. I can't name one house I've been to in the black people. Not even was my own family where I could say I was welcome and wanted. I'm always the outcast and the black sheep. You know, the unfortunate. You know, the nobody. You know. But it's cool. You know. So let me give you this one last verse. 1 Peter 2 and 6. Y'all can read Colossians 3 and 12 on your own. 2 John 1 through 13 on your own. 2 Timothy 2 and 10 on your own. 1 Peter, first keeper, copper, Peter, you know, 2 and 6. And I'm reading out the King James Bible. Yahuwah just showed me and taught me how to put his words back in the book. I don't care what type of book I read. If I can read it and understand it, I bet you I can. And it's his word. It's in English. Or I can't read no Arabic and all that type of stuff. I ain't going to try to wrestle with it. But if they give me this book, any type of book with a Bible verse in it, and I can read and understand it, I bet you this here, I can tell you what it means. I can let you know what the Father's saying and what he requires us to do as his children. 1 Peter 2 and 6. That's my barakah. You know, this word. That's more precious than anything, this word. Precious. Because he precious. If his word is set apart and holy, we supposed to be set apart and holy. When we should be walking around with smiles on our face, you know, showing people we walking in his love and his spirit. And when COVID hit, that's when we should have been really out here praying for people, running around here with all, you know, trying to tell them about Yahuwah and Yahusha, showing them his power and his might. But half the people were scared to be around people. I was in it like Moses was, in homeless shelters, just caged in with Rona. I'm looking at them fall out, dropping, foaming out the mouth, shaking. I'm talking about, I'm seeing this literally. And it didn't come to me. The last shelter I went to, I got kind of sick. You know what I'm saying? But Yahuwah healed me quick as soon as I came up out of there. He didn't want me in there too much longer. Because people were dying, you know, were falling out up in there, breaking out with souls. They were mistreating us up in there, man. Giving us bad food, old food. They was taking our money, charged us to stay in them homeless shelters. I was like, man, Yahusha, they call him JC. Everywhere I went, I was talking about Yahusha. All right. And I said, Yahusha wouldn't charge you to stay at his house. Why y'all got to charge people? People can't even get on their feet because y'all want their money. What is y'all doing with our money? You know? And then you do something wrong, they'll put you out on the street after you paid your money, right? And it be cold. They put you out there for 2 weeks. Kick you out of shelter. But hollering about they love the Most High. Devils. Just want your money. You are sick of them. How can you mistreat somebody who ain't got nowhere to go? Somebody poor. Somebody lower than you. I'm just talking to people, period, in general. Yahusha was poor. He didn't have nothing. He looked like he was stowed away. He was walked like this. He was deformed and he was short. Okay? That's why people despise him, because he wasn't who people thought he was, because he was ugly to them. And they call us ugly because we look like him. So when they see us, they see him. 1 Peter 2:6, and it's over with. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him master, Lord, whose daughters you are, as long as you do well, and is not afraid with any amazement. Likewise, you husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor to the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and being heirs together unto the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. You see, Yahuwah order. He order, man. He's saying, we can't do what we want to do. You saying you follow Yahuwah, you can't do what you want to do. I just hope and pray that we all doing his will in these last days, brothers and sisters, and see the kingdom. Because that's where I want to be at, in the kingdom. You know, y'all don't want to be in the kingdom where praise is going nonstop. Ain't no people dying, sickness gone, you know, love overflowing, you know, ain't no killing, ain't no stealing, ain't no dope dealing, you know, ain't no fighting, ain't no raping, ain't none of that going on in Yahuwah's house. You see? That's how we're supposed to run our house, with this right here. Basic instruction before leaving earth. Having only learning your basic instruction before leaving earth. That's what Holy Bible means, if anybody didn't know that. Yep, Holy Bible. Having only learning your basic instruction before leaving earth. These basic instructions. A child can learn this. But they'll go to school and get up in all them books and just, boy, I'm telling you. But that's all for today. Shabbat Shalom. Maybe I can upload this on my YouTube timeline, and all praise to Yahuwah Yahusha, and much ahaba to you from me and my Mr. Bakar, and you and your Mr. Bakar. If anybody want a fellowship and come break bread, you married, you know, you a Hebrew or a Gentile, hey, man, come mess with your brother. Because I ain't racist. I'm righteous. Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, 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 Malachims, which is messengers, and Malachas, who got their backs in these last days. One love, Yahuda. One love, Yarushalim. Todah B'Yah. Halal Yahuwah, Halal Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. Abiyah, just come before your throne, just asking you to just, you know, continue to have mercy on us, guide us, lead us, and protect us. Continue to pull your Ruach HaKodesh out of the four corners of the earth, and asking Yahu Rapha, if anybody's sick and shut in, just asking you to touch them with your presence of your Ruach HaKodesh. Abiyah, ask you to remove any demonic force designed to attack your ministry and your children. Ask you to bind any type of demon and devil aligned spirit, Yahuwah. Plead the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach as you command us to do, Yahuwah, in these last days. Ask you continue to fight our battles and apply pressure on their necks, Yahuwah, until you return. But until then, I ain't trying to go to Zion. I'm going to wait on you, Abiyah, like you command us to. Barak Yahuwah, Halal Yahuwah, Shabbat Yahuwah, Shalak Yahuwah, and Yada Yahuwah. All esteemed to Yahuwah by way of Yahushua HaMashiach.